यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ओम ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्माहमस्मि सोहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि। ओम प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। May the Almighty Shri Lord Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, health, wealth and eternal happiness with Paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and the entire your family members and friends. Let us begin Bhagavad Gita, verse number 31 of 10th chapter. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Pavanah Pavatamasmi Ramashastra-bhritamaham Jashanam Makaraschasmi Srotasamasmi Janhavi. Now Bhagavan Krishna speaks about aquatic creatures, because we are not aware how many varieties of creatures are there in the ocean. So ocean. So there are the portion of ocean where human beings are still not able to reach. Though we are developed, very developed in science or in the standpoint of what is the technology development, still we have not yet reached so many places under the ocean. It is said, the mountains which are taller than Everest still available. There are so many mountains, so many varieties of creatures. There's water surface is 2/3 on the earth, because the land surface is only 1/3. So water surface is 2/3 means what? It has got innumerable, means countless beings under the ocean, and they are very colorful and special and precious also. Even in the Puranas, there are lots of description about the beings on the land, beings on the ocean, beings on the other worlds like Bhur, Bhura, Swaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha. So all this, it's unimaginable, because it's too much plop, plop, plop. It seems to be like that. But when you observe your experience about this practical world, you will become amazed, because what I experience the world, it is not experienced by you. What you experience in the morning, you are not experiencing now. Every second the world changes, your experience also changes. So environment, it keeps on changing, and in this world, means the world which we think there is, the world, everyone, we have different world according to the times and space. It's a unique experience, unique understanding. The same room where you live for years, it can give a different experience after 30 years. So you cannot blame the world. You can only become amazed about, because the body keeps changing, the environment keeps changing, people keeps changing. In the same way, there are innumerable worlds kept under the ocean, and on the land even, we are not aware about it. So it's not like I'm not supporting mythology. I'm not even supporting the mystic world. There are need not to be a mystic world. If you want to argue in these things, I would say that you yourself a mystic personality. You don't know who you are, and you don't know what you are going to get, but you just fix a wrong goal that is your goal. Sometimes we fix the goal which is completely wrong for us, for our nature, for our progress, but we fix the goal. We alone program. Sometimes we ourselves fall in the pit. Therefore, the world, when he talks about the underneath the water, it's known as water world. The aquatic creatures, among them there is one species called Makaraha. And people translate a whale or shark, no need. It's a special jantu, it's a special species which is unaware. We are not aware about that jantu, that prani. Therefore, just we can take Makara is a Makara. And this Makara becomes a supreme among the ocean. It means what? It can be subtler than the other creature in the ocean. So ocean is maintained by something, some power. That power can be, because on the earth we have the 5 elemental aspects. So it is balanced by 5 elemental aspects. In the water, it is balanced in different way. Though we reach and we could understand the need of the creatures under the land, so because under the sea we are now constructing the roads, means the ways, and all kinds of there's a water path by Japanese, and even in China. So there are the bridge underneath. I don't know how to say that way. So all these things I don't know, because in Purana they don't allow. But one thing is clear: the human beings are unaware about the water world even now. The source of water, maybe that is called Makara. Makara is a being which is a supreme among the all water aquatic creatures. We need not to translate it, just we'll take as it is. Then the next, Shrotasam Asmi Jannavi Ahameva Arjuna Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. Among all the educations, knowledge oriented education, I become Atma Vidya, which is known as Para Vidya, otherwise known as Raja Vidya, or otherwise known as Purana Vidya. What is the difference between this Purana Vidya and normal Vidya? Any knowledge you take, it's peculiar in character. And knowledge is a kind of light. When light comes, darkness goes away. In the same way, any knowledge about any field, if you don't know how to operate a helicopter, chopper I'm telling, so you are completely dark regarding that. But when you get a coach, teacher, so if you go for a class for a month, then you are enlightened. That enlightenment takes place how? It's a chemistry. It's a kind of a miracle, I would say. Any knowledge you learn, it's a miracle. So knowledge to be worshipped. We worship the knowledge, but we are not giving that much importance to the knowledge which gives moksha. It's a supreme knowledge. So that knowledge is not given in the universities. It's very sad. If at all there are universities, they also teach Upanishad. I had gone to Kashi. There they teach Upanishads as an academic style. I was shocked. Upanishad can be also taught like academic style. They also provide certificates. That certificates also valid by some other places. So in the schools, he can become the teacher. He can become the acharya, panditji. But the Upanishad, through which you can become like a Mukta Purushaha, it's not valid at all. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna says, all these human beings must be careful. What I am going to say now, I am the Adhyatma Vidya, not normal Vidya. The knowledge can be divided into 2 categories. One is known as materialistic knowledge, another is known as spiritual knowledge. This materialistic knowledge means what? The knowledge which has got a limitation. Therefore, they can only give limited power or limited result. This materialistic education which leads us, which brings wrong attitudes towards the worldly object. So people started giving more importance to money than their health. They lose the health and they want to get more money. So when they earn money, by leaving means by losing the health means what? It's an idiotic thing. Because money is not a life. money is not that valued one. And power and relationship, all these things is because of lack of knowledge. This lack of knowledge is known as incomplete knowledge. Incomplete knowledge by what? Materialistic educational system. Therefore he says, Vidyanam, among all kinds of educations, knowledge oriented educations, I become Adhyatma Vidya means what? I become a light, the light which enlightens yourself. So no other educations, they bring it. Okay, let us accept it. What is the big deal in that? Oh, it enlightens you. Still you require other Vidya to take the life further. Yeah, we accept, but one thing, other Vidya won't give satisfaction. There are so many satisfactions are available: emotional satisfaction, intellectual satisfaction, and even people are, they say that physical means like a gross satisfaction. So what I mean to say, when you have a land, it's a gross thing, isn't it? That land, so you have a 2 acres land, you are happy, but your neighbor, if he gets the 3 acres land, you become dissatisfied. This education won't give satisfaction. The normal educations, these spiritual educations bring completeness in all the standpoints. This is not the place to deal all kinds of points, but just you accept, because the knowledge which is known as Vedanta, it is known as Adhyatma Vidya, knowledge which brings completeness, Purnatvam. That itself is enough. Vadaha pravadatam aham, aham pravadatam vadaha. So I am in the discussion. It's not argument. I am the discussion, or it's also cannot be called as a debate. Nowadays everything we convert into debate. So debate means fighting with other group or with a person in order to get victory. But here Pravadatam aham vadaha, Bhagavan Krishna brings one more aspects of his knowledge from here. Now you see, there is one more shloka is going to come. There he will say Dhyutam chalayatam asmi. It's a different angle. So Ishvara is everything. Now, so when you discuss, so you discuss with a kind of understanding. Sometimes when you discuss with others, you want to prove your side is right. At the same time, you want to prove they are wrong. We have divided in our Shastra, we have divided this debate or discussion into variety. Vadaha, Jalpaha, Vitanda, even Chalaha, Jati. So this Jalpa means what? Is having the discussion or having the argument to prove I am right. So that person, both of them, when they are very keen to prove their side, but still argument is going. So one person is not listening to others points. That's what happens. We speak, usually we speak to share something what we wanted to share. But one thing, the truth is only 30% of our speech is understood by the people. Even I'm talking about the people who live with you, maybe family people, relatives, or even the people who live in the office. I consider it's a living, who live in office, because from morning 10 to 5 o'clock people work together. So among them also, when you speak, they cannot understand completely. That becomes problematic, because everybody, they are centered in their own self. They are not coming out. They are not having the patience to listen others. No. Therefore, that is known as Jalpam. In the discussion, in the debate, when you argue, having in your mind, I have to prove myself. This is called Jalpa. So the second one is called Vitanda. So here he doesn't want to prove his side, because he doesn't have anything, any kind of evidence or points. He doesn't work for it, but he is there to deny the other side they are wrong. That's whatever they say, he will say it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. Swamiji, it seems to be like a parliament. No, I'm not going there, because in parliament there are good people, even they do proper job in all side. We are not. I'm not biased. Okay. So this Vitanda is to deny others' point. Whatever they say, just deny. Keep on denying the things. Then finally, Samvadaha. The Samvadaha, the two people, they just argue which is right. They are not keen just to prove their side. They are just discussing which is right. So this is among only always Guru and Shishya. It's among always with equal knowledge people. So two people, when they are equal in knowledge and they want to see which is right, they will take a proper discussion. It's known as Samvadaha. That Samvadaha is pointed out by Lord Krishna here. Pravadatam aham vadaha. Then Aksharana makarosmi Dvandva samasikasya cha ahamevakshayah kalaha dhataham vishvato mukhaha. So these things you may find, why Krishna is just, giving small example, which is the example of a debate, example of a discussion. You may find sometimes people also get bored, see, they want to have some mystic things. Bhagavan, when he comes in front, because in a cinema, in TVs it is shown, some light comes and a kind of, a rays comes from his hand to bless the people. No, Bhagavan Krishna is very practical, because when you speak, you think that I would share this, that is in your hand, but the understanding which is to be taken place to this in the listener mind, that's not in your place. Even that's not in his place, because this is like a current. When you deliver something, that delivery must be received properly. That plays a vital role, because nowadays we have the mobile. So when you say hello, so you called a person who is just 10 feet ahead you just call him. That satellite, the call goes to the satellite and it comes from there. In the same way, every delivery, when you speak, when you say hello and when you say Hari Om, or when you say good morning, it goes to that source. That source is known as Lord. That's what he says. So the Samvada, Vada, Jalpa, everything is me, but my glory exists in Samvada. Therefore, I have seen the people who always argue, in order to prove other people are wrong. You are wrong, you are wrong, you are wrong. I have seen teachers, I have seen some, even the friends and the office worker, colleagues, and you cannot change them. You are wrong, you are wrong, you are wrong. And some people, I am right, I am right, I am right. And some people are there, both are wrong. You are also wrong, I am also wrong. So which is right? No, don't know. So that kind of people. Chalaha Jati. So I don't want to bring that, because it's like a blaming the things. Bhagavan says everything is me. But Samvadaha, lifestyle, the attitude, when you live with the ambition, with a kind of clarity, I am living. So when we talk about constitution, we talk about politics, we talk about science, we talk about all kinds of educations, which is right. That has to be the nature of the mind. I am right, you are wrong, it's not, which is right. Which is right for human being. That's what, scientists have that kind of attitude. So life is to live with that kind of attitude. Therefore, it's not a small thing. It's the nature of the mind. So you have to change, we have to change, you have to bring the understanding. Samvada is, Bhagavan Krishna means, you have to live your life with the nature of samvada. Aksharanam akaraha asmi. Among the letters, I am akaraha, the first letter akara. You know, in Shri Vidya, there is one nyasa paddhati called matrika nyasa. There is antarmatrika, bahirmatrika, because varieties of nyasas are there. Nyasas means two meanings. By establishing the different deities on our sharira, on our body, and we also can cleanse. First, establishing devata avasthanam. By doing that, we can cleanse our body, mind and sense complex. And matrika nyasa means what? You use all the letters. There's 52 letters, usually 51. So, but we consider one more letter. So, these 52 letters are used for the nyasa variety method that we will continue from tomorrow in the next session. Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namo Namaha. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.